What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some new genetic gladiators. So let's get into this. Today we're going to be talking about the major balancing update, and yeah, it was very interesting to actually get an update on LifeAttack and so on. But yeah, let's get into it. It's a ton. Actually, technically it's all the mutants, I think. I didn't see one that wasn't included. And yeah, they didn't actually decrease, they increased all of their HP, attack, and stuff like that. But it did change the mutants. Some of the mutants got a big increase, some of them not so much. We're going to be talking about X27 because I use that one a lot. So right now you can see the HP at just a regular base level 1. Well, I think this one's level 2. Level 1 mutant is 880. I believe before it was 7. No, it was 880. Ooh, I don't remember. I think it was 889, or was it 789? I'm not too sure. I would have to go look. They do have a full spreadsheet. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll leave the link in the description. I can't remember the exact stats, but they did increase it by 100 points. So X27 got 100 points, which may not seem like a lot, but it does add up, especially when you're adding life orbs. They're on level 4 life orbs. There's a ton more HP, and then that's just the base X27, not the gold, not the platinum if it did have platinum. So the amount of HP they gave it may have seemed like a little bit, but it does definitely add up. And they also increase the attack as well. And as you can see, here is a level 1 bronze X27. Of course, you got more HP, and then attack because it is a bronze. I can't remember the exact stats that I think it's 10% more that a bronze gives you. I'm not too sure. They might have changed it considering they did add in the platinums, because I believe before the gold star was at 75%. So I don't know what the platinum percentage is. I really wish there was a page I can find it on. Pretty sure I could find it on the forums, but it'd probably take forever. But it does increase your power as you keep going through the stars. So that 100 HP that they added in, by the time it gets to, say, a X27 gold, it is going to be a lot higher. I do have on the life orbs, which gives us an extra 25 and 25% HP at level 4 ones. So that is a ton of HP. And if you go to my Evo level 153, we're sitting at 83k HP, which is a big increase compared to what I had before. As well as attack did go up. I'm not too sure how much the attack went up on this one. I don't know, there's a ton of mutants, especially the tankier mutants. Some of them increased a crazy amount of HP, as where some of the HP didn't get increased as much. Like X27 only got 100 points, but some of the mutants got 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 points of HP. So it is relative to the mutant and what HP they actually had before compared to what they have now, because they were trying to balance out all the newer mutants with the older gen mutants, because the older ones or certain mutants weren't actually that great, or they just weren't used, honestly. And even now, I mean, they're still pretty good. If you look at Bobo, which I do use a lot as well, he does have 55k HP. I would have to go back and look at the video previous to this one, because I believe it was already maxed, to see how much HP I had before, but it did get an increase as well. And then on this one I do have attack, but if I were to put HP, that would increase that. It did increase attack as well, so with the attack orbs it does increase a lot compared to what it was at before. But then again, like the tankier ones that they have now are somewhat different. I can't remember. Let's check out Noren if I can find him. Here he is right here. Which this mutant sadly I don't have at max. I will be trying to get it up. But the amount of HP they added to this one wasn't as much, but it already had a ton of HP compared to a ton of mutants, and it had a ton of attack as well. So it may have gotten an increase in HP and attack, but so did everybody else. So they were trying to balance it out a little bit more. I believe I forgot which 3 mutants that changed quite a bit, but there are some that changed a lot. Like they gained a ton of HP, a ton of attack and stuff like that. There's like a ton of pages you can go through with the mutants attack and stuff like that. I can actually show you some of it. Let me bring it up real quick. Can't really move the screen, but you can kind of see you can see most of the post, but here it is right here. There are 3 pages, and I have it zoomed in because you can't, I mean, I could open up, I would have to download it though, but yeah, so here's X27. As you can see, I already highlighted it. So it starts off with 789 HP, does go up 100 at 889, and then attack was 130, and it did only get 446, so 16 attack. But that 16 attack does add up. We're talking about just regular plain mutants. We're not talking about the platinum versions or the gold versions. And yeah, the list goes on. Here's Banker, although Banker wasn't the biggest one, but you can see the increase of HP, 1500 to 2600. So that's nearly 1,000 points of HP, and the list goes on. You can actually go through it. There are some that got crazy increases, if I can find any of them. I can't really see any of them. Attack as well. I didn't really look at the attack as much because I wasn't really concerned too much with that, but they're insane, like the amount of HP that they added to some of these guys. And yeah, it does balance the game out a lot. Even though they're adding in HP, they're doing it for all of them, so it does help out. You can see Brittany's, she didn't get as much HP, but she was already pretty good as is. And then her AoE does get more attack, but considering everyone else got more attack and HP, it kind of levels her out with some of the other tanks. So I don't know, we're gonna find out which mutants a lot of people are gonna be turning to. I mean, I think most of the tankier mutants are probably gonna stay the same, like No Ren and stuff like that. People are still gonna use those in PvP, and certain mutants are gonna be the same. Like attacking mutants usually stay the same because we're looking, well, in my case, like for PvE, I'm always looking for somebody to attack fast, so it's always gonna be the same mutant. Which I use X27, there are a ton of other ones out there, but in terms of speed, they didn't change that, they just changed life and attack. And yeah, the list is pretty long. Here are some of the newer ones. Here's Tengu, which I guess, I mean, I've seen him here and there in PvP, not as much, but he did get quite a bit of HP. Although, if you look at everybody else, they did get HP as well, so we'll see how good he actually is once we start having to fight certain mutants in PvP. We're going to see either people changing it up or leaving it the same. Here's one that I was talking about. This one actually got nearly, what is it, 1300 HP, which is the Archangel, which they're actually selling in the shop. It went from 2700 to 4000. That is a lot of HP. And these are the normal versions, so once you get up there into gold and platinum, that becomes a lot more, especially with orbs to increase those stats as well. And then we have attack, which didn't go up as much. I mean, it did go from 840 to 1200. You can see some of the other ones are about the same. I don't know, there's some other ones in here as well that a lot of people like using. So I'm just curious to see what it's gonna actually do to the actual PvP fights, because like some people like using this mutant here. I only have it at 35, but the increases that you got off of those are going to change the way some of the fights go down, especially with mutants that barely survive an attack and stuff like that. I don't know, I don't really do PvP, and I was kind of waiting since they did announce the changes to actually start PvP, so I am going to be doing a PvP video with the new update, and I want to see how that turns out compared to how it normally turns out. I mean, I'm still probably going to destroy people that are a lot lower than me, but it is going to be interesting to see if I hit harder and to figure out how much HP some of these mutants are going to have, especially at the higher evos like No Ren. I mean, if my X27, which is a speedster at 153, has 3,800 or 38,000, my bad, HP, what is a X27 at say 2, 3, 400 levels? Their HP is going to be insane. So I don't know, I'm curious to see some of these other mutants. We should actually go check out the Zinger, because a lot of people like using him as well. So here's the platinum version. Of course, I don't have it maxed as of yet. Let's check the level 1. 635. Could actually go check the just normal Zinger. Although I don't remember what it was at before, so I couldn't tell you if it's increased a lot or not. But if you can see, HP does go up quite a bit. Probably not as much, because I believe his HP was similar to what it's at now. Attack, I'm not too sure. And yeah, they did that for every mutant, so I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. We just got to kind of find out for ourselves and fight with the mutants we have. It is going to either help. Well, it's probably going to help, because I don't know if they changed the stats on the divisions, because they didn't specify if they did or not. So if you actually go over here and go to the divisions, I don't know if they changed the HP on these mutants, because most of them were just like in, like, I don't know, the levels, I don't know if they were the exact same as the actual stats. Like, we don't see a level here, so I have no idea what this Anubis's level is compared to what it was before. I don't even know if it went up in HP, because I don't really pay attention to that. But I don't know if they increased the divisions or not, but if they didn't, that is going to help a lot with people that are stuck in certain fights and stuff like that. It will help with getting through them, especially since you got an HP increase and an attack increase. I mean, you should be doing a lot better, certainly. But yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see how it actually works out. Definitely going to change up tanks and attacking mutants, stuff like that, because it's all over the place right now. So we'll see what mutants actually come out on top. I mean, most of them, like this one right here, is probably going to be used a lot, although the only reason it was used as much was because the attack per speed ratio was really good, and it had a really good HP as well. So they did change it, but then again, now mutants that can counter this probably going to do a little bit better if they did get a bigger increase. So like Archangel, you've seen, had an insane HP increase, so I don't know, we'll see how it actually starts turning out. But let me know what you guys think of the new update and what mutants you guys are starting to use more and or less, because pretty sure some of the mutants are going to get dropped from either defense teams and stuff like that, or attacking teams, just because they're not as good as they were before. But that's gonna be about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I'm about to go do some PvP, so we'll see how that turns out, and we'll talk to you guys later.